guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. This one is just gonna be about my story and just my story. So I'm currently 26. I was born at 25 weeks with retinopathy of prematurity, which is the cause of my blindness, and I have now had 15 eye surgeries by this point in my life. And last year I had my left eye removed. It became very painful because it became totally blind. That was an extremely difficult journey and process. If you want to read about that, that is all written out in detail on my blog. And warning, there are pictures. And I'm not shy about sharing my story. I want it to be shared, so some of those pictures are, some people would consider them graphic just because they're eye socket pictures after surgery. So if you're easily grossed out, just don't look. If you're interested, please feel free. I can link it below if you want. But anyway, so I've had 15 eye surgeries. When I was younger in elementary school, I could see 20/40, 20/70-ish corrected with glasses, and sat in front of the classroom in school. I had large print. I wasn't allowed to participate in PE, and that was about it. And then fast forward to I'm 17 years old, I'm walking out of dance practice and I can't see. My retina had detached in my right eye, which is my better eye, and I had emergency surgery at 2 a.m. where they placed scleral buckles in my eye to hold my retina in place. That started the roller coaster of 8 eye surgeries in high school. Then I had more in college. I had cataracts develop in both eyes. I had the cataracts removed. And over time, the vision has severely decreased. I now, like I said, I no longer have a left eye. It's an ocular prosthesis. And my right eye is now down to central vision only, which, for anybody that doesn't know anything about vision, I will explain this. Central vision is when you're looking straight ahead. That's it. I don't have any peripheral, so like top, bottom, and sides. And over here, I don't have any of that. I have in front of my face, and it goes back and forth depending on the day between, according to the doctors and according to a medical report, it goes back and forth between finger counting at 3 feet and hand motions. And so I've lost most of my vision. I have very little left. And so that's where I'm at now. I am a teacher. I grew up in Texas. I now live in Vermont. Guys, it's December and -8 degrees outside right now with snow. Oh my goodness. I grew up in Texas where it was 80 degrees on Christmas Day 2 years ago. This is just insane. But I do love the snow. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's very blinding when the sun is on it, but it's beautiful. So anyway, my story has a lot of parts to it. It's very long, so if there's any parts you want to know more about, please feel free to ask me questions. I'd be happy to make videos about your questions. When I was 20, I lost a huge chunk of vision, enough to the point where I became very sad, very angry in college. I took a year off to go to Chris Cole Rehabilitation Center in Austin, Texas, where adults go that lose their vision to learn their basic blindness skills like technology, how to use your cell phone when you can't see the screen, Braille, how to cook you're blindfolded, how to cook, orientation mobility, which is cane training, and wood shop industrial arts kind of class. You do a career guidance class. It gives you your blindness skills and tries to get you back on the right track in life. I will say this with all of my heart, it changed my life. I would not be here with a full-time job, living by myself independently, if it wasn't for that place. It taught me so much. It taught me how to advocate for myself. It gave me the basics of what I needed. And it gave me my confidence back. I had lost my confidence. I stayed in my dorm. I did not go out. I stopped going to things. I was afraid to walk around outside because I was afraid I was going to fall, because I did not grow up with a cane. We know now that I should have. In kindergarten, I should have learned Braille and large print together. I should have had cane training, but what you don't know, you don't know. And a huge part of that is an eye doctor will tell you numbers. They give you an eye report that says, oh, your acuity is 20/40. What we know now, those are just numbers. And on one hand, they don't mean a whole lot. Yeah, it means that's the line I could then see on the eye chart. But what it didn't tell us is my vision is like looking through Swiss cheese. I have lots of blind spots. I have lots of dark spots. There's field loss. It's so much more than just saying, oh, she sees 20/40. But we didn't know that at the time. And I was born this way. So, especially first grade, my little first grade mind didn't know any better. I thought, oh, everybody can see this way. So, it must be normal. Maybe everybody has a hard time reading this book. It's normal. I did not know any better. And family-wise, they didn't know. We just didn't know, because the knowledge just wasn't there, and it's okay. Which is why I want my story shared. I want people to know that there's more to it. Growing up visually impaired is difficult. Being an adult, a blind adult, is difficult. It is doable. I do live a happy, independent life. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. And I want my story shared. I want it out there so others don't have to go through the struggles and the difficulties that I did. Because also, learning your blindness skills as an adult is a lot harder than a kid. Kids are like sponges. They soak up information. It's harder as an adult. Not impossible. So, don't get me wrong. Not impossible. It is doable. I'm doing it. I moved from Texas to Vermont. I live here on my own. I don't know anybody up here. It was a huge step for me to take, but I'm working a full-time job, and I have a guide dog. She's awesome. She's a female black lab. She's my best friend. And so, it's doable. There's hard days. There's days where I hate my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. But it's my life. So, it is what it is. Take it day by day. And so, that's pretty much my story in a really fast nutshell. It's lots of medical things, lots of surgeries, lots of difficulties. They also go along with preemie issues. So if there's any parents out there that have questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm very open about my story, my experiences. I want to help others. I want to encourage and inspire others so you don't have to go through the difficulty that I have. Now I will say, as my parents did a huge part. My mom helped me out in elementary school a lot. Some things I don't remember, like she says she helped a lot with time and like making clocks bigger. I don't remember this, but it's just an example of how she helped. So, Mom or Dad, if you watch this, thank you very much for everything you did when I was little. Couldn't do it without you. And I do remember learning money. Money was extremely difficult, and we finally figured out that, no, I can't see the coins on the page. You have to use the actual coins, tactile. And so, yeah, that's it. I have my bachelor's, I have my master's, and now I'm a teacher. So, just because my eyes don't work doesn't mean you can't have a happy, independent life. It is possible. So, Thanks for joining me on this video. Thanks for listening, and please feel free to ask questions, write comments. I'd love to hear from you. So see you next time.